Hey, welcome to my Update 2015 video. So I'm going to be going over everything that's pretty much changed in Craigslist and addressing a few of the common questions. So the first thing I want to get out of the way, yes, this training still works and the principles are sound. Realistically, the only thing that's changed with this training, or Craigslist for that matter, really, is the tools and services that you use to effectively market on Craigslist, which, I said in the videos themselves that, these services and these tools are subject to become obsolete at some time. You have to adapt and grow with Craigslist if you really want to stick it out and make it a long-term profitable business for yourself. So the biggest thing that I have to get out of the way is that no VPNs work in 2015. Just none of them do. Not even PureVPN, which was my last real successful VPN service that I was using on Craigslist. I know that sucks, but that's just the way it is now. So with that being said, now you must be using private proxies. That's essential. So pretty much all of the private proxies that I had recommended in the original course are now absolutely useless with Craigslist. Now, I don't know if the actual training itself is the reason for that, or if it just happened by, just happening. So I'm going to recommend 3 services that I'm still using today and that are still working fine, okay? The next thing is that Craigslist ad tracker is pretty much useless at this point unless you're posting in paid cities, which, by the way, Craigslist has pretty much updated most of the major areas, including Fort Myers, which is my home area, to now being paid cities. So more often than not, you will be posting in paid cities anyway, which is another huge change for Craigslist, which again really kind of nulls the entire reason why we're on Craigslist in the first place. The whole free advertising and free marketing, free leads kind of thing is really dwindling down these days in 2015. You really are spending quite a bit on Craigslist to get these leads anymore. So I'm going to give you an alternative to Craigslist ad tracker that I've been using that's really awesome. However, it is a paid solution, so the alternative is still PrettyLink Lite, which I'm still using for multiple businesses and niches that I do online with marketing. So PrettyLink Lite is always going to be there, and that's a fantastic service, especially for free. So the paid service is ClickMeter, and I'm going to show you in a second. They're freaking awesome. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump off this slide, and I'm just going to go into my browser, and I figure that's the best way to show you exactly which private proxies and that I've been using and ClickMeter. Okay, so let's get over there. Okay, so the number one proxy service that I'm still using today is Lime Proxies. Okay, so for whatever reason, Lime Proxies is just the best, and they've always been the best in my eyes. I didn't say that in the original training because I didn't want everybody to flock to Lime in case for whatever reason that Lime Proxies just got oversaturated or their servers all got blacklisted or banned or anything like that. But that never actually happened. Pretty much every other service I recommended in the original Craigslist Master Blueprint, did get blacklisted. And that was my biggest fear. That's kind of why I never wanted to release that type of information, especially at $97 or even if you came in at $67 or $47 even when it first originally launched. But any of those price points, even $97, it's far too little to let this type of information go because of the potential saturation and obviously the blacklisting that comes with it. It ruins the game for everybody. But that being said, for whatever reason, Lime Proxy has been able to stick it out and stay strong throughout the years, and they've been doing this for so long now. So not only just that, but you can get a free trial with Lime nowadays, so that's awesome. So the other service I've been using is SSL Private Proxy. These guys are pretty good. But they, I pretty much just stick exclusively to Lime these days. But, for spreading out your proxies as far as possible, which, by the way, should be your strategy. Your strategy should be definitely to disperse as many private proxies as you possibly can. So these guys are a little bit cheaper than Lime. And that's one thing I want to say is that Lime's pricing, these guys tend to be on the more pricier side. But that being said, they're the premium solution. If you want to get the job done, this is the way to go. Okay, these guys are pretty cheap and they work. So this is another alternative source you can check into. And here we go with instant proxies. Now I want to get this out of the way right now. I myself have not used instant proxies, but I have clients who are using it and they're saying that it's working fine. So I don't want to say that this is working and it's not, but as far as I know, these guys are working just fine. And again, these I believe they're comparable to Lime Proxies with the pricing. Let's see. So you get 10 for 10. So that's actually really good. 10 for 10 is really cool. Multiple cities, multiple subnets. When you're going private proxies, I try not to go cheap. And now in the original training, I gave you all the cheap solutions. And with that, those solutions did get blacklisted and get accounts banned. For a while there, though, they were working fine. But several hundred people purchased this training. So it was bound to happen. So these are the services that are working in 2015. I'm still saying go with Lime because, for whatever reason, they've just always been the premium solution. They just never really have any issues with these guys. And here we go with ClickMeter. So this is freaking fantastic for tracking all your ads. If you're doing Craigslist, Backpage, eBay, Kijiji, anything in the classified advertising, this is the way to track. And they even go as far as to even teaching you how to get this to work with Craigslist, because now we all know that you can't post in any sort of image pixel in your ads anymore. So if you come down here, they give you this little workaround for putting the bare link in there. Now, if you use this training with using some of the other acceptable HTML techniques, like making the link look blue even though it's not clickable, I wouldn't put the bare link like this one right here. What I would actually do is combine this link with Pretty Link Lite. So I would actually put this link inside of my Pretty Link Lite and put the Pretty Link Lite link in here. So it's like double tracking, but realistically you just want the tracking from this. So you'll sign into your ClickMeter account, even though you'll dress this up and make this look nice and pretty with Pretty Link Lite, you'll have the advanced tracking metrics from ClickMeter. Okay, so ClickMeter is definitely a more premium type of solution if you're really into tracking, which you definitely should be at least doing Pretty Link. But if you want to get really advanced with your tracking and really get down to all the types of metrics and the advanced stuff, then you can try out ClickMeter. Now, they do have a small package for completely free, but that being said, you're only going to be able to get 1,000 hits per month with that. Now, for some people, that might seem like a lot, but 1,000 hits, I've hit that in a day. So what I've done is I usually go with the recommending the medium monthly package right here, which is $30 per month. This more than pays for itself if you know what you're doing over on Craigslist. $30 a month is really nothing compared to the type of income that you can really make on Craigslist, especially using this training. Okay, so remember what I said though. Coming in here with the down here, if you are going to go ClickMeter and you get these types of bare links that look like, these are pretty ugly. I mean, some people might click on that, but chances are no. So you want to make it look nice and professional and dressed up. So what you're going to do is put this link inside of Pretty Link Lite and then use the Pretty Link Lite inside of Craigslist so that you have the, whatever your pretty link is being tracked over with ClickMeter. Okay. So that's it, man. That's pretty much everything that has really changed with Craigslist or anything in this training, really. I mean, it's just really the tools that I use or that you can use to really improve your marketing with Craigslist. Everything else has stayed the same, okay? So, how many ads per day you're supposed to post, how many accounts per IP, switching out all your text every single ad. In fact, that's even more so important with today than ever before. I think the spinning your ads is definitely one of the most important things that you need to be doing in 2015. Okay, so hopefully this clarifies everything and keeps you up to date and consistent with your Craigslist posting. If you have any other questions, please email me at my support email and I'll be happy to get back to you as soon as possible. Okay.